We care for our girls. We scold them.
It is true. When you educate a girl, the entire world will.
Family gets educated and the future gets educated.
It was a very male dominated field, the field of mechanical engineering.
Again, I would like to correct you here. This male and female is our own belief.
The schools at that time was apolitical. Today, the schools have become political.
Hello everyone, I Shraddha.
And I am Maria.
Welcome you all to PICTOPODS. We bring to you stories of remarkable individuals who use their talent, skills, and conviction to make society a better place. In our last episode, we explored the journey of Mr. Anand Bhateji. And today, we have the founders of LPF, Mrs. and Mr. Poonawalla, a foundation which has not just nurtured but supported and empowered over 18,000 young girls. Hello, ma'am. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for giving us this opportunity.
So, ma'am, we'll begin with your journey. Our first question is, since you are inspiration to so many girls, I myself idolize you a lot. So, we want to know how this journey of being a mechanical engineer started in 1960s. 1960s. How was it back then for you for becoming a mechanical engineer? What were your struggles? What were the joys at that time of becoming a mechanical engineer?
Okay, becoming a mechanical engineer was not troubles at all. It was all joys. It depends on how you take it. Your environment is same, but how you react to what is happening is what is important. So for me, it was very nice. The whole journey of becoming a mechanical engineer was nice. I was an exceptional person, first mechanical engineer from COEP, and it was a very interesting journey. We worked very hard at it, but we also had a lot of fun. So that's it. I didn't have any struggles.
That is actually quite surprising to hear that you did not have struggle, considering that it was a very male dominated field, the field of mechanical engineering.
Again, I would like to correct you here. This male and female is our own belief. You consider yourself as a person. I consider myself always as a person. I'm a person. I want to get educated. I want to do something different. So I took mechanical engineering because it was different in those days. Not many boys were interested in that, but I was interested. So I took it as a person. Whenever you deal with any situation as a person and ask for no favors because you're a girl, you will have petals.
It's so inspiring.
Certainly. So, we all know that mentors have important role in everyone's life. I would like to know the mentors you had throughout your journey.
Again, mentors. I really won't say. Every time you worked in a particular department, the department head becomes your mentor. He guides you. He tells you what he or she, whoever it is. So there have been so many mentors in your life as you have progressed from step to step. So there's nothing one that one can define as one mentor. Every department you work in, every position you work in, you have a senior. Even if you become a managing director, you have a chairman. So obviously, at every role, you have someone to mentor you. Mentor you is to guide you, to tell you what is good and what you can do, and ultimately, it depends on you how you are going to face the world.
Sir, would you like to add on to this?
There's, of course, my school. I was in St. Vincent School, and we had German fathers. So I had Father Recklin as my principal. And those were the people who were very honest, sincere, and they were a role model to us that how we should behave, how we should talk. And we were taught moral science. Today is missing in the curriculum. Moral science means that you should be honest, transparent citizen. That is very important. But ultimately, everything else you forget. People look at you. Are you a nice person or you are a bad person? That's all. Nobody's asking you your qualification, experience, money, salary, wages, nothing. To be a good person, you require some type of a role model to be played by them. And these principles were the role models with us, that they are very nice people. We didn't have anybody else in those days because when I was in school, it was before India got freedom. I was in British time in school. We had these fathers who had come from Switzerland. They were not even British. They had come from Switzerland and they were Catholics and they were teaching us everything.
So yeah, we would like to know was what difference is there in the schooling that you had at that time and the currently what we see schooling life or college life.
The schools at that time was apolitical. There were no political roles played by them, and they were not even interested in it, and nor we were interested. Today, the schools have become political. It depends on the patronage of the political leaders, how they play their roles, and the students are started taking part in political activities, as we see in the papers every time that they are fighting, they are doing this, they go on strike, they have form a union. Those things are not there at that time. That was only that you are a student and you have to study. That's all. You have nothing to do beyond that. Today it is not so.
Even to add on to that, the teachers at that time were our real mentors. They guided you, they told you. Today I find teachers have very little time for the students because they are so engrossed in their own life that they do not give that mentorship to the students. That they come, they do a class of 45 minutes, whatever it is, teach what is required to be done. There's not much interaction between the students and the teacher. With and our time, we have so a lot of interaction with the students and I mean with our teachers. Like for example, my example I will give you. I was not very good student in school. I was all the time failing in couple of subjects, but I got kept on getting promoted. Then when reached my ninth standard, at that time we had 11 standards. My class teacher, Mrs. Sundarji, she called me. She said, Lila, why are you like this? You are a clever girl. You are an intelligent girl. You can do it. Why don't you study properly? Just focus on it. And this is how you should study. She guided me. And believe me or not, from that day onwards, I completely changed. I was standing first and second in the class. So teachers can make a big difference in your life. Today it is not so.
A turning point time, yes.
There's another very great difference between school now and then, and that is that whether the students study or not, they are promoted. All are same. A first class student and a third class student, all are same. Everybody are promoted, so they don't take interest in study. They have failures at they go. That is the law that they have to. No school can fail them. In those days, it was quite different. If we have not performed, we fail, and if we are kept in the same school class for 1 year more, if we don't perform, we are kicked out. That get out of it. You cannot do that now. Now you cannot remove any student from any school, nor you can fail them. So the education has come down drastically. The quality of education is suffering.
That is actually true. Being in school right now, we do understand that it like we hear the stories of our parents of how they have studied, and then we see how we study. So obviously there is a big drastic difference. The next question is for the both of you. So since you guys are both a power couple, we would say both strong, opinionated, there will be times that you guys have disagreements. How do you two, as being so opinionated, manage those disagreements, like stay honest with each other while still stay respectful?
Yeah, that is possible. You definitely have difference of opinions very often because how to run the foundation, which way to run the foundation. Not only now, even in previous work life. But work life, since we were working in different companies, we could use each other as a mentor. That okay, this is how the situation is, how you would react. It was more interactive than aggressive. Here, the foundation is the same. Both of us have got interest of the foundation, but I want to do things differently. He wants to do things differently, so we do have difference of opinion, we do quarrel, but then we sit down together. Ultimately, our goal is this and sort it out. One of us has to withdraw. One of us has to withdraw, either me or he. Many times it is him, many times it is me.
See, in my house, we don't talk only. Here in my house, I practice that a woman is a very important person in the house. Is the CEO of the. Therefore, you will find that Mrs. Poonawalla is the CEO of Lila Poonawalla Foundation. She is the chairperson, not I. We also practice that we give girls education, not boys. So therefore, we do practice actually that girls should be given importance and the women should be given the proper place in life. That is not so with others. They talk, but they don't practice in the house.
Coming to LPF, we have heard numerous success stories of Lila girls mentioning the support received from LPF. So, what was this origin that laid the idea of LPF, Poonawalla Foundation?
You want to answer?
See, we don't give only scholarships. Scholarship is a very small part of Lila Poonawalla Foundation. What we actually give them the empowerment is the training program. The training programs are conducted according to their education, what they're doing. If they are pharmacy or they're doing nursing or they're doing mechanical engineer, chemical, and they are given this. And those girls who have attended these training programs, they get empowered. They are able to speak English better and they are able to crack the interview better than the girls who only take the scholarship. And secondly, this scholarship is very important one. It is not the 4 years or 10 years of scholarship. It is lifetime. She becomes our daughter and we become mom and dad to them. And therefore, our relations are thickening up as years go by. And they require us much more later on in life than when they want the money for scholarship. I personally feel that they will become the graduates minus the scholarship because the parents have decided to admit them in this college. The parents have invited to go in the school 10 years. So they will find a way and make her a graduate. That is out of what we do is mom and dad is something they require us later on in life.
That expresses the genuine care you have for your Lila girls.
It's actually the mentorship that they get finally as they go along in life. Because my first girl, first scholarship batch, they are now in their 50s. Their children are studying. Their children are started to work also. Some have become doctors, some have become engineers. But we still communicate with each other. Still, they have something, issues to talk to me, they do. And we are related to each other. That's the importance of this scholarship.
I can actually vouch for that. My sisters
Yeah.
are Lila girls and they still talk about you with the highest respect, and still, your learnings are still with them. And the way I am today is because they were in LPF, they were taught, and now I am taught the same thing from them. So the credit is only to Lila Poonawalla Foundation for all that.
We care for our girls. We scold them. Because we scold them if they don't do what they're supposed to do. And why your question was, how is it that we started this fund? I started this foundation because I felt there was a need for a higher education for girls if they have to stand on their own feet, if they have to be, assertive, if they have to, fight for their rights. They need to be educated. Education is important. And seeing my around, I myself had a difficulty in getting funds to go through the college because poor families, they all prefer to educate the boys even if they don't want to study. So I felt that when I was in a position able to afford some money, I thought of helping girls to get higher education. And therefore I started with post graduation because girls reach graduation one way or the other. I had little funds, so I started first with post graduation. As we went along, our fund situation improved, so we took on other scholarships like engineering, graduation. We went even to schools. We do from seventh standard. But no foundation takes charge of those children for 10 years. We take charge of it 10 years to educate them, to train them, and after that, they become our members in any case.
Any core memory you would like to express with your Lila girls that you had?
What memories?
Core memories.
Gold.
Core, a memory that when you are with the Lila girls, you're always going to remember that memory.
Oh, plenty of
Some
memories.
incidents, some incidents you would like to
Experiences.
express.
Maybe you remember any good incidents with your girls?
Yeah, okay, with good bad.
Children.
The good, so many girls here. Do you remember any core happy incidences that you spent with the girls? Happy
Oh,
moments.
yes. There are many, many. I like my daughters very much. And there are many incidents where we we have Dandiya party, we have Dasara festival or Christmas, or we celebrate all religion. Every religion on earth we celebrate here, so that we try to convey that there's only one God and there's no difference among us. The religion is not a difference; it's a uniting factor.
Not only that, when we went to United States, we arranged a get together in New York. We arranged a get together in San Francisco, and we all got together. Their families, everybody got together. These are happy moments. If you come to my office, you will see the pictures that we have of girls. Then we had another program called Peace Ambassadors Program, where we took girls for about 3 weeks to UK, a batch of 24 girls, and going with them, dropping them, and then going and picking them up after they finish, spending time with them in the underground, traveling with them, going and showing them London, sitting in that wheel. All those are happy moments. And they also remember that very well.
Now we know why Lila girls call you mom and dad.
So my next question will be: being a mother or father equals being compassionate, but leadership always requires strength. Being tough. How do you manage the two of them? Like, was there ever a time that empathy that you have for your girls became a disadvantage for you? And like, how do you balance being a parent and then being a leader as well?
Yeah, sometimes it comes in the way, especially when the girls don't perform. That you want to absolutely cut them out. You scold them, but your heart doesn't tell you to cut. Although the threat is there, the letter says that if you don't perform, then we will cancel your scholarship. But so far, we have not cancelled a single scholarship. We scold them, we try to persuade them, we try to help them. Somehow manage to help them to get through and get a job. Yeah, that's true. It happens many a times. But ultimately, I think empathy plays the role. Mm.
The ultimate purpose of the education is that you should stand on your feet, you could get a first class job, and you support your family. That is happening. With these girls, they earn and they have increased the standard of their family. Not only that, if they are graduate, they will ensure that they will marry a graduate husband. And if both are graduate, their children will be graduate. So this is a changing factor that this girl has become a graduate, and that is how we can remove the poverty from India. We cannot remove poverty anywhere else. We can do it by standing on your own feet and getting good jobs and ensuring that the next generation all will be graduate. But before them, maybe their parents have not gone to college or their grandfather has not gone to school. That is stopped. With this, the new generation starts. And this adds to the GDP of India. A very big amount of money has been added as of this thing. So this is employability plus GDP added to the and we are removing poverty.
Even if you just take, each girl earning, and on average, about 10 lakhs, I'm not even putting more, 10 lakhs per year. We have got how many girls? You got 18,000 girls. Imagine how much money we are adding to the income of the. But of course, many are earning much more than that. There are girls who are earning even 50 lakhs now. Especially those who are in USA. There are about 200 girls in USA. You've got girls. Anywhere we go, we've got a girl. We went to Georgia, which is city. I mean, country which not many people would go. And we were climbing down to go to the boat, and we hear somebody shouting, "Dad, Dad!" Not looking around from where Dad came here, and was one of our girl. She was working there, so she saw us. She came there. So they are there everywhere.
You started this conversation that there are 18,000 girls. It's already 19,000. So it's a dynamic figure. The figure will go thousands of more girls.
Increasing and increasing.
Truly, it is true. When you educate a girl, the entire world will.
Family gets educated, and the future gets educated.
We also got to know the broad scope in the idea that you had, which you expressed the GDP and how it influences the entire country and overall, like great perspective, I would say. Again, you both are known with many titles like leader, philanthropist, and role models. But beyond them, who do you see yourself?
As, as individuals, happy individuals, love to travel. We are travelers, and we love collecting pictures. We love collecting souvenirs. Our life is not about money around. Our life is about memories around.
Living.
Nice way to look at life. Sir, what about you?
That also is an experience that adds, and that shows that there's never a time that you cannot learn. Now I'm 90 years old. I'm still learning. So this is important message to the girls that you cannot stop learning. You have to learn for lifetime. Every step is learned. That learning also gives you the empowerment that I can handle any situation.
The way you speak about learning, like you guys are way more into learning than this generation is for sure. Our next question will be that when you guys were in corporate, you guys were CEOs, MDs, and a lot of big positions. You left all of that to start this foundation. How was the transition period? How did it affect your life? Like, how did it? How did you make it happen?
Nothing changed, really speaking. And we didn't even feel that we have changed because we got so engrossed in what we are doing. We were very engrossed and committed to what we were doing as corporate leaders. Yeah, we were dedicated, we were working. When we moved on to this phase of life, we felt actually more responsible than we were there. There was a complete team, there were financiers and all. Here we were more responsible. It's our responsibility to see we arrange finances, it's our responsibility to select the right students. So we felt much more involved here. And now, actually speaking, believe it or not, we are working more than we were working when we were corporate leaders.
So, shall we have a quick rapid fire round? You both can answer.
Yes.
One moment you would like to leave again.
Live again. Marry each other.
Moment, I would, if God gives me a opportunity, I will live this life all over again. Not one moment. I love every part of it. My education, my marriage to my daughters, everything. I would do the same thing all over again. It's not a moment, it's the entire life I would like to live again.
If given a choice, would you change your engineering? If yes, to what?
Change from engineering? No, definitely not. Definitely not.
Like, if not a mechanical engineer, then what?
No, I want to be a mechanical engineer only because I love to do things with my hands. Why I chose mechanical engineering? Because I wanted to be on the shop floor. I wanted to work. I wanted to understand. I wanted to feel the product. That is why I was. Because then when I buy the product, I know what I'm buying. No change.
One myth about successful women that society has.
They feel that if the woman is got lots of money and she's on a top position, is she successful? I don't know what people think, but I feel I'm successful in whatever I do. If I do well, I'm happy. I'm successful. Doesn't matter what others think.
Right, everyone's definition. Okay, done.
So, ma'am, I have the next question for you. Uh, to summarize your corporate life, you have four major contributions. I would just like to express them. Your contribution in the Association of Government, role in the education sector, industry and business bodies, skill development, and biotechnology. Out of these four, which was the role that gave you the most learning? Which was the most challenging? And which was your favorite?
The sales role I played. To go out into the market, convince somebody about what you believe in, what you're trying to offer them. Yeah, it's a different experience altogether. You meet different types of people. You are able to, in spite of that, if you are able to convince them and succeed in doing a sales deal, it's something that really teaches you a lot.
That is.
As you mentioned about the celebrations, various festivals you celebrate, and nowadays people are very focused on big achievements. They forget the small victories and forget to live or be happy with those small achievements. What would you say to them?
It is not big things that make you happy. It's the things that you do yourself and enjoy it. The joy of giving in small things is what is most enjoyable. You must celebrate every small event of your life, every small success that you have in your life. You must celebrate. Like for example, when I first got a job, transferring job, my boss called me and told me, "You're giving you a sales role now. Shift from planning to sales." I said, okay. And then he gave me a target that you have to sell 1,000 pumps. I said, but that's not fair. The previous guy was selling only 500 pumps, and now why you give me 1,000 pumps? They said, no, that's your target. That's all you have to do it. So I broke down that into per month how much I'm going to sell. When I sold the pumps that I had planned for more than that in first quarter, I was very happy. I told my whole team, come, let's go and celebrate. They celebrate what? I said, I achieved my goal. What, you sold 300 pumps? What is the big goal about? That is not big for you, it's big for me. You want to come to celebrate? Or free vada pav? They all came. These are the small things that you should learn to celebrate. Most of our people wait for big things to happen and you miss your life out.
Okay. Right now, people only, feel घर हो गया, गाड़ी हो गई, फिर मैं celebrate करूंगा.
That's very nice. You do small things, celebrate, enjoy. Go ahead.
Sir, what is your take on this little celebration?
I would like to give a message to the Lila girls, Lila fellows, that they should come forward and take the ownership of the foundation. We are getting old, and I pray every day to that effect that you take over the foundation, run it, find out, become the trustees, and run it. There are very few girls who are doing this. I would like maximum number of girls to do this.
Hmm. The question is that what makes you enjoy things? What like you celebrate all things? What gives you more
I
joy?
celebrate this only. That when the girls take over, that will be my greatest joy and happiness.
There is definitely girls out there who are not going to let anything happen to this foundation. Not today, not ever. In a recent interview, ma'am, you also mentioned that you worry about the future of this foundation. What exactly is it that worries you? Because obviously there are so many girls out there who's not, as I said, are not going to let anything happen to this foundation.
We don't have that confidence still because we have not had any girls coming forward even to suggest that okay, can we start to form a small team and take over and try to see how what we can do, not as members of the foundation but as a members of the family. Can we make a small group and see how we can take, how we'll make the foundation sustainable, what will be the future goals of the foundation which we want to, and that has still not happened. We hope sooner in the,
Do not want the foundation to close down after we are gone.
we want the legacy to
We
continue.
want that it should continue, but how will it continue? The daughters are not coming forward.
So we are now trying to see how we can persuade them to start to take interest.
Any message for them?
Same message. Please come forward. Form a small committee among yourself to discuss that. Okay,
Small
after mom and dad, what are we going to do? How are we going to carry on the legacy? Who will take the leadership role? Will we all become leaders, or one of us is willing to sacrifice outside world and come here and work here?
Absolutely.
So the next question, ma'am. I read your Inspire magazine, and I think in the last newsletter, you said that time management is one of the most important qualities. Other than time management, can you give me like three other qualities which everybody should have, not only a girl?
Time management is one most important thing, yes, and discipline. I mean, once you discipline yourself, everything else gets disciplined around you. Discipline is very important. Work life balance is also very important. You should learn to enjoy your life also. Work is important, but you should also know how to enjoy life. Because without that, working has got no meaning. So give yourself time also to have fun.
And so,
Time is passing by very fast for all of us. And if you don't manage time, I think you'll miss the bus. You must ensure that every morning you decide how you're going to spend the day and try to keep up with that. Otherwise, it is very difficult because we have no control on our life. The life is going by very, very fast. So you girls are young, you can still plan it. So time management is very important. That how to manage the time.
Also, environment. It's time we all started to play our little roles in environment. That how can we ensure, at least let us take care that we do not spoil the surroundings. We take care of it. Each one of us starts to take care of our environment. It will play a bigger role. This is also very important.
as you mentioned about the day and the time management, we would like to know, like, how do you like to spend your day?
Our day looks very nice. In the morning, we get up, we enjoy a cup of tea in the garden. We love that cool breeze. Then we take our walks, yeah, some exercise at different speeds, but we do that. And then we get ready, have breakfast, say our prayers. Our prayers to us are very important. Both of us have different ways of praying, but we pray. Say our prayers, have breakfast, come to the office. We are very excited to come to the office because we love to meet all the girls who come here and all that. And then the day goes away so fast, we don't even know it is gone. The evening, if we have to go out, we've got many social friends. We like to meet friends. We like to go drive. We like many things to do.
Yes. Now, one of the curious questions I have is nowadays people get bored within 2 3 days. Let it be a college or office.
We don't know what boredom is. We don't know what boredom is. We have no time to get bored.
Yes, and you have been showing this consistency not just for LPF but even in your corporate life and even as a student life. But nowadays this seems to be rare. So, what could be the reason, or how? What will you suggest the youngsters in today's
Because you
generation?
all are expecting too much. You're waiting for things to happen the way you expect it. Just take things as they are and have fun. When you're working, work. When you're fun, having fun, have fun. When you're looking at environment, flowers, look that. If you're walking, look around, observe. There's so many things to take in. There's no reason for you to be bored. I don't understand what is boredom.
Maybe there is too much available fun, quick
Too much
fun,
fun out there
dopamine.
Too much fun,
Yeah.
money.
No, fun. Like, इससे बोर हो रहा है चलो दूसरा कर लेते हैं. Maybe
Easily
that is why.
available.
But that's again, you're not feeling bored. ये कर रहे हैं तो अच्छी तरह से करो ना. Enjoy it ना. Why are you feeling bored to want to do something else? And automatically you move on to somebody else, somebody else, somebody else. What is there? There's no question. After I get bored, I will move to another activity. Set yourself goals and keep moving on. So there's no time to get bored.
Next, we wanted to ask you about your very prestigious Padma Shri. What was the feeling of winning the Padma Shri? Like, was it the whole moment? Was it everything like you had imagined?
No, I had not imagined getting Padma Shri. But I got an award. I was very happy with it.
What value did that add in your life?
Really speaking, didn't add any value except that I felt good that the government recognizes me, recognizes what I'm doing and what I have done. So it was good. It was a good feeling, and I still feel good about it. That, but on my in my journey, I've received so many awards that okay, every award has been important to me. The Swedish government, King of Sweden, gave me a couple of awards. So all these awards added on and made me feel good and humble. That I mean, the world thinks I'm a good person. That's why I'm getting the award. Is not only for performance; it's also about the person you are. So it's always been exciting to get an award, very satisfying to get an award. very happy moments to be recognized by the world. These all add values to your life.
In spite of all these achievements, the quality of being humble and grounded is truly, it is very much
Actually,
respectful.
Thanks to him, he's kept me grounded.
how how does that happen? How do you keep each other grounded?
Ask him.
We are not very humble people. We have our own uh, needs and brain and all, but we do have common denominator that we identify a problem, real problem, and we try to brainstorm it and find a real solution together so that there's no clash at all in anything. After finding such, what we have learned now is that two things are very important in life. Nothing counts, nothing else counts. That is your personal happiness, which comes from the good health. The health is very important. So it is very important to convey the message to young people like you that do not, the health is in your hand. It is not in doctor's hand because doctors are not God, nor can they live more or less. What you eat, what you drink, what you do, and when you do it, and the most important is sleep. You must take a rest. 8 hours, 9 hours a day, and all this adds to the happiness ultimately, and the good life instead of spending it in hospitals or spending with doctors and continuously being sick. No, you have to take care of yourself.
So you like to travel a lot. What is your most favorite place to visit?
Most favorite. We like every place we visit.
Any recent experience you would like to
Yeah, we
share?
went 2 weeks ago. We went Singapore. It was good fun. I've got 5 girls there. We met them. We had fun with them. We went out boating with the girls, our daughters.
Was that planned meeting with the girls or
No,
random?
we were going there and we sent a message to them, and they all were available. So we fixed up how we will meet in those 3 4 days.
Celebrate Christmas.
Hmm. Beautiful, it was beautiful, absolutely decorated. Singapore was so well decorated for Christmas. We've been there many times, but this was very special because it was Christmas time.
Next, I would actually like to hear your take on feminism. Like feminism of this time and the feminism in the early 90s. Is it different?
I really don't believe in feminism. I mean, I again come back that we are human beings. We are equal in all respects. You consider yourself as a person, work the way you would work, and there's of course there are many more opportunities to girls now than there were before. That is because the girls also have started to come out. They've got started to get educated. They've started to move ahead. Society is also learning to accept them. So there is a change, but it has nothing to do with feminism. That you're fighting for being because we are feminine. We must get to that will never work. Your own performances, your own behavior will put a guideline of what you will achieve or not achieve.
So, another question will be your foundation does not reach all the girls. Like, there might be a family, even if a family knows about you, they still are not convinced to let their girl be educated. What message will you give to their parents?
You see, through example, we want to give a message. Now, when we are educating, we are working with schools in Gaudewadi. Yeah, it's a remote area, but when those girls succeed and they've got jobs and they're working out, we make them come and talk in their village, talk to the others to see that if she could do it, your daughter can also do it. It's a long-term process. It can't be from day one to day two. They see the examples, neighbors, community. They see girls working in community like girls from slum come. I have a girl from slum, from Parvati slum. Today she's a professor in United States in New York. And when these examples they see, they definitely feel that yes, their daughter should also get educated. That's the only way we can, we can't reach out to them individually. It's not possible. And really reaching out to them through press and all makes no difference. It's only through example that they can see slowly that change will take place.
So what will be your message to the parents who are still not ready to get their girl educated?
Yes, I have found these problems. Problems are not only education, they want the girl to get married very fast because a girl in the house is a problem to them. And therefore, they would like that she should go and join another family. To those parents, I regularly meet them. I'm going to meet them next week also, that they should stop not teaching the girls. If the girl is educated, the whole family is educated. And the girl will be honest and sincere throughout life, unlike boys. Boys will go and join the wife, but a girl will still continue, even if she's married, she will continue to be with the parents. And therefore, they should treat the girl well and should educate her well. Let her dreams come true. And therefore, I always advise them that. And they are taking, we have a counselors to go to their house also to talk to them because the girls get distressed when they find parents are fighting inside the house, or the father is a drunkard, or the wife is not ready to do the cooking or the household work. So it is important that the role model starts from the house. So who are the role? These are the parents that are role models, so right or wrong. So that is where we come in as mom and dad to show them a different role model. Also.
He's talking about the school children, meets the parents of the school because they're still getting educated. They are in 7th, 8th, 9th standard. So we talk to their parents to see that they take them ahead and not stop them after 10th, get them married. That's why we meet the parents. We go to their house, we meet the parents.
So over the time, have you experienced any change?
Yes, of course. More, the number of girls applying for scholarship has increased.
So this is clearly justifies the change of mindset.
Yes, yes. More girls are getting admitted, and more village girls are. A girl from Gawariwadi village, now she is an aeronautical engineer. Pallavi Gaikwad. I can give you the name also. I'm so proud of her.
Really a benchmark, I would say. Uh, now coming to as you both have experience and knowledge from the corporate technology, the social work in all three dynamics, and more, much more, I would say. But what do you think? Where is the future going of the technology or the social work?
Ask artificial intelligence. That's what all you guys are talking about.
We would like to know it from your experience. Like,
Yes, definitely, technology is going to take over, and more and more technology is going to take over the standard tasks that we are doing. So we have to be much more intelligent to see how we can utilize our time.
and how should the social work or the social responsibility that each individual has should be modified or should get enhanced or changed?
This only time will tell. It's very difficult for us to tell you what's going to happen because even the people who are up there in the technology still do not know how this technology is going to how disruptive this technology is going to be. It's very difficult to make such statements at this stage of time.
You conduct many programs with the Lila girls. It is not just about money, as you said. So, do you think that these programs add the value that you need them to be added?
They are more disciplined. They are more, etiquette. Their kids improve. Their manners improve. They become more pleasant people. Yeah, they know how to sort of respect others. That definitely it adds on. Their mind mapping, the way they start to think, they start to map everything. All these training programs help them, and they definitely become better individuals.
Most important thing is that no country, no society, no family can improve if 50% of their people are not educated or do not take part in any of the work. It is very important For a family, two members are earning, living standards goes up. So also with a country. If all are earning, whole country prospers. So education is very important.
One last question I have for you. Yes. So, looking back at your journey, what is that one moment or the one experience that gives you the most peace?
There can't be one moment in one's life to tell you that this is the moment which is. The whole life has been a journey. The journey that you have enjoyed, the journey that you remember, not particular moment. There's so many millions and millions of moments. I get that. I thank God every morning that you have given me thousands and millions and trillions of enjoyment, joyful moments to remember. What to remember? That is the challenge.
Uh, Last question to conclude. If you, as you mentioned, if you get an opportunity to relive, what would you like to change in your life journey?
Why should you want to change? Because we don't know what is better. I can't tell you what will be better than what I have already. I like to have all that we have now and continue to live this life.
So yours.
I wish we could reach millions of. We are not able to meet because of our limitations of finance and other things. But if we had to double up the size of the foundation or triple up the size, I would love it that we should reach more girls.
We wish that Leela girls, your daughters, carry this forward as well.
Lila girls will carry it forward, I
Certainly.
am sure. So, with that, we will conclude. So, as this conversation draws to a close, what stays with us is not merely the list of titles or milestones, but the conviction behind them. Mr. and Mrs. Lila Poonawalla's journey remind us that true leadership is not measured by authority or by titles or by goals or honors. It is measured by the help, the responsibility, and the way they work to achieve somebody else's goal. It is truly inspiring how they are selflessly, after putting aside their own goals, helping other girls to succeed. So, thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Punawala. Your story of not of honors or success, it is the story of purpose which inspired us a lot today. Thank you so much for your time.